Have you ever wondered how to make a woman genuinely desire you, even when she seems completely uninterested? Hi, I'm Lauren from Delbit, and today we're diving into a truth that most men never truly grasp. Picture this. You meet a woman who seems incredible, someone you genuinely like, but no matter what you do, her interest just doesn't show. You try being kind, you offer attention, maybe even compliment her. But instead of drawing her closer, it feels like she drifts further away. Here's the thing most guys don't realize. It's not that you're doing the wrong things. More often, it's that you're doing the right things, but in the wrong order. Attraction doesn't respond to logic. It's not about convincing someone with words or reasoning. True desire is emotional, and it operates on patterns your mind reacts to before you even realize it. Today, I'm going to reveal 7 psychological triggers that reliably spark attraction. And I'll give you a heads up. The last one is extremely powerful. Almost no one gets it right. But when used correctly, it can flip the entire dynamic instantly. Before we go further, let me be crystal clear. None of this is your fault. Nobody taught you this growing up. School didn't cover it. Society didn't explain it. Trying to prove you'd be a good partner through words or actions is natural, but it misses what women's brains are actually scanning for. While you were explaining how great you are, her subconscious was reading entirely different signals, ones that can't be explained logically. Research in evolutionary psychology shows that attraction often comes from mental shortcuts. These are automatic, instinctive reactions that signal who's desirable and who's not. Once you understand these patterns, everything changes. You stop chasing, you stop forcing. You become a man who naturally exudes the kind of energy that women want to pursue. The first trigger is something I call masculine presence. And this has nothing to do with muscles, fashion, or looks. It's about the energy you carry. When you enter a room, do you stand confidently, calmly, and without rushing? Or do you shrink, look for approval, and hesitate? Women notice this instantly. A man who moves with calm assurance, who doesn't scan for validation or try too hard to impress, sends a powerful signal all on its own. His presence says, without a word, I am grounded, I am capable, I am someone of value. And that magnetic energy draws attention, sparks curiosity, and creates desire faster than any clever line or compliment ever could. This is just the beginning. There are 6 more triggers that work alongside presence, each one tapping into deep emotional wiring that women respond to automatically. Once you start applying them in the right sequence, you'll notice a shift. Instead of feeling frustrated or rejected, you'll feel confident, calm, and magnetic. Women will begin to notice you in ways they never did before, and the interactions will start feeling effortless and natural. So, remember, attraction is not about trying harder, being nice, or over-explaining yourself. It's about understanding the emotional language of desire and then responding in ways that align with it. When you do, you stop chasing, you stop stressing, and the connection transforms. Presence, energy, timing, and psychology, these are your tools. Master them, and you'll move from being overlooked to being irresistible. That kind of grounded energy is rare, and rarity is magnetic. It sparks attraction faster than any line or compliment ever could. Picture yourself at a social event or a bar. Instead of scanning the room nervously or seeking approval, you relax. Your shoulders are back, your breathing is calm, and your presence is steady. You're observing, not worrying. That small shift changes everything. Her subconscious picks up on it immediately. She senses a difference, not because you tried harder, but because you've become centered in yourself. The second trigger is what I call emotional challenge. Many men feel the need to agree with everything a woman says, avoiding any hint of tension. But tension isn't conflict, it's attraction fuel. When you lightly tease, disagree in a playful way, or add a subtle challenge, you create polarity, and polarity creates magnetism. For instance, if she says she loves waking up early, instead of agreeing automatically, you might smile and say, "Really? I thought only snooze button champions existed." It's playful, not rude, and it shows confidence. You're expressing yourself without trying to impress, and that sparks curiosity and excitement. Constant agreement kills desire. Contrast fuels it. The third trigger is selective attention. Many men fall into the trap of giving too much too soon. Instant replies, rearranging schedules, being overly available. Her brain interprets that as low value. A man with options isn't always on call. You need to be engaged in your life, hobbies, friendships, goals, while also showing interest in her. Purpose is magnetic. When your life is full and meaningful, you stop orbiting her world, and suddenly, she wants to step into yours. Scarcity isn't about playing games, it's about balance. The fourth trigger is intentional listening. This goes beyond hearing words. It's about remembering meaningful details and showing her she's been truly seen. If she mentions loving orchids casually, and a few days later you send a photo of one you saw, she notices. That kind of attention signals presence, care, and thoughtfulness. Pair this with strength, and you create an emotional bond far more powerful than any surface-level
Implement. The fifth trigger is calibrated vulnerability. Many men believe they have to be unbreakable, but women connect with authenticity, not perfection. Thoughtful. Sharing a real story about a past challenge or fear without whining or seeking sympathy makes you relatable and grounded. Vulnerability combined with stability builds trust, and trust opens the door to desire. Exhales. Strength isn't hiding flaws, it's owning them with confidence.
The sixth trigger is gradual physical touch. Science shows that light, respectful contact releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. A brief touch on the arm when laughing, a gentle shoulder brush while walking, nothing rushed or forced, builds warmth and comfort. Her mind starts associating your presence with safety and positive feelings. Finally, the seventh trigger, and the most powerful, is controlled unpredictability. Our brains crave dopamine, and dopamine comes from rewarding uncertainty. Being slightly unpredictable, sometimes warm, sometimes playful, sometimes taking initiative, sometimes waiting, creates fascination. This isn't inconsistency, it's balanced mystery. Mystery keeps her thinking about you even when you're not there, and it deepens attraction naturally. These 7 triggers aren't tricks. They're tools you can use with respect, strategy, and intention. You don't need to be perfect. You need awareness, presence, and timing. Apply them thoughtfully, and you'll stop chasing and start naturally becoming the kind of man women are drawn to.